Well, folks, I've got some sad news today. Adam West, at the age of 88, has passed away due to complications with leukemia. He's probably best well known for his role in the late 60s for his portrayal of Batman. You know, I just, I'm an avid Batman fan. So, he was one of the original people that was in the public that brought the presence of Batman into the foreground of media and social networks. Um, it's a campier version. It's not like the gritty, dark Knight that we usually have represented today. It was a lot of tongue in cheek and, just kind of, it was a show that was, we're not afraid to make fun of itself, that's for sure. And, you know, I, you know, it, I heard the news and I was like, man, that's no way. That's Batman. And he always will be Batman in my eyes, I mean, you're always going to have different representations of of the Batman and different voice actors for the Batman. Speaking of voices, mine's killing me, but, um, you know, I just wanted to take a moment to pay some respect and say some kind words about Mr. West because I think he was genuinely a good person. I heard stories about certain situations, just seeing his interactions and stuff. He can embrace that role. He embraced that role as Batman, and I mean up until you know um, he was hitting the Comic Cons and he was very active. Uh, he was definitely a personality. He was cool, man. He was like cool, the epitome of cool almost. But then that's something that Batman has to have. It's like the epitome of cool to be Batman. But even though, I mean, come on, shark repellent, but it works. Hey, what are you gonna do? Um, Recently, DC has put out a animated film. It's called Return of the Caped Crusaders. Uh, just in retrospect and also out of respect for Mr. West, I would like to suggest that if you enjoy the campy, um, kind of upbeat, tongue-in-cheek Batman of the late '60s, it's all embodied within this animated film, and it's a very recent film, and it's just it's a great way to remember an iconic man and almost like an iconic representation of Batman. Um, but it's got the whole biff pow bang, the balloons with the that actually says the hits. It's funny. So I implore you to go ahead and take some enjoyment, relax, and embrace some of this man's work because he did the voice acting, and it has several members of the original cast that does the voice acting. So it's almost like a little portal, and it's also a great way to remember one of um, life's greatest portrayals of Batman. You know, Batman can't be dark and brooding all the time, and it can't be made out of Legos all the time either. So it's always good to have different representations of him. And yeah, we always like to see the kick butt dark Shadow Knight and all that stuff, but you know, it's always good to realize that people can't just be pigeonholed into one facet of of an angle. There's many multiple you know pieces that make each individual up. And once we realize, you know, where we're at in that, this is not, A B equals X. This is life is, nobody knows when we come when we going. But I know. I don't know if everybody knows. I know that what's important to keep the oil machine going is love. Otherwise, it just will fall apart, man. You know. But I just wanted to take this time in love and memory of Mr. West to tell him that we will miss him. So just be good to each other, and till next week, same bad time, same bad channel. I'm out.